right, exactly. I'm gonna look like I'm like perpetually just about to spin this chair around to do like the cool guy Saved by the Bell position, like Captain America.
I was about to say, you mean Captain America.
But no, he's
I
the
know, I
coolest of
know
all
you.
guys.
I know what you're saying, but also for your brain, it's definitely a Captain America.
Also, I do want to say I was very familiar with that before the meme. Just so you know, before
Mm-hmm.
that movie even came out, that was from
Uh
Homecoming.
huh.
I know the movie that came from.
Yeah. See, this is why I say what I say.
I do think that
I
started in
didn't even
Homecoming, wasn't
know.
it? Was it a DVD bonus feature before that? You would know.
I don't fucking know shit about Marvel.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
would know the DVD extras of movies I don't watch.
I it was sarcasm, Ashley. I know the DVD bonus features of Starma
Okay.
Trek. Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
this is the show, I guess, today.
Welcome to. I was gonna say welcome to banter. Jesus goddamn
Welcome to
fuck.
Banter, everybody.
Welcome to banter. Technically, welcome to banter, Lewis. Welcome to the thought
Yeah.
bubble. My name's Stevie.
Oh, yeah, I'm Ashley.
And I'm here too. I'm Lewis. Hello.
Yeah.
Lewis has
You
a
know
cool
what's
voice.
funny? You
Lewis
said
doesn't
when
get a
you get on
banner.
stage, you get confident.
What?
You said that earlier, and look at you now.
I told you the performance. God damn, what the hell? The performer in me always just does that.
Your the difference in confidence between you and either of us is a lot more marginal, I think, than you think it is. It's this show is like maybe 30 to 45% stutters and stammers, and 90% of those are me.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
other 60% of the show is me being really tired.
Yeah, it's like, and it's not because I don't know what to say. It's because I don't know which of my things to say. Because I want to say everything, but I want to say it with nine mouths at once.
Well, that's why you just
Yeah.
gotta rapid fire it.
Exactly. But yeah, Ashley, did you come in with any topics? You know what? Wild card, Lewis. Did you come in with any topics?
Not at all. I came in. Well, I was gonna come in last week to talk about the polyamory stuff, but I could not join because I had big anxiety.
I mean, if you have
Yeah.
anything to say about that that we didn't say last episode, then like then it's the prime opportunity now before we move on.
I think honestly, a lot
For
of your
people
takes
who
were
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
probably weren't here last time,
yeah.
this is one of my partners.
Yee.
Hello.
This is continuity. This is canon now.
We're now a
This was
serialized show.
This is we're not this is the banter light show. This is not this is pre-recorded. No. No. This is anyway. Sorry, continue. I'm rampaging over you.
No, you're good. Honestly, a lot of your takes was pretty well synopsized. It does require a lot of communication in general, and I know a lot of people don't look at polyamory in a very positive light. So
Right.
even
Close to
though that
cheating, but
you
like not.
stated that what?
No, I said
What'd you
people
say?
see it as close to cheating, but it's not. I phrased that very poorly the first time. And don't
Well,
blame me.
honestly, that is a huge issue though of people use polyamory as cheating and be like, well, I am poly, so I can do this, but it requires a lot of communication with your partners, and even if they're not friends directly, you need to be able to communicate from one partner to the next.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love your
I
outfit.
thank you. And I love both of your outfits. Ashley, you're wearing a new one this
Lewis had
episode.
such a struggle getting an outfit because your Chrome just did not have it. It was not performing very well.
It was running at like 2 FPS.
What
Yeah.
was the what was the video game that came out between like somewhere between like 2010 and 2013 that had like Johnny Cash's "Hurt" as the trailer music? I can see it in my fucking mind, but that video game is what your outfit reminds me of.
Ape
Yeah,
Escape.
I don't know. It was
It was
not
like
Ape Escape.
okay, the dude had blood powers. The dude had fucking blood powers. What was it? Like and he could make
Prototype.
shit out of his.
Powers.
I think it was Prototype 2 was the yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
you remind me of Prototype 2. I'm clearly Doctor Who inspired, as Ashley pointed out maybe 16 episodes ago. You look like you
Yeah.
are wearing the magic
I'm
school
just
bus, but
gay.
very stylishly.
I'm
Yeah.
just gay.
You're wearing your gay
Yeah,
pretty well today.
you were wearing
Yeah.
fantastic gay.
It was
Wait,
funny
is
when you
there?
were making your character, you almost chose the same shirt as my previous look. And I was like, damn it,
I
I have
had
to change. And then
difficulties.
you didn't end up going with it, but I changed anyway.
Yeah,
I don't
I
even
just
remember what I
realized.
ended up picking.
I just
It was
realized
that like
something. Sorry.
purple, black, and white hoodie.
Oh, purple, black, and white.
Yes.
Yeah, I love hoodies like that. I am curious about something because I was like trying to establish in my head. Wait, I know that there's no cis people at this chairs. I know that there's and I was thinking, but is there any straight person on at this stage right now? I know at least 2 out of 3 aren't. And then it came into my head. I'm like, wait, and sorry, actually, before I say anything about you that Ashley has told me, I don't want to out you as anything. So whatever you are comfortable with anybody saying about your identity.
And I was going by he, they, but I've been trying to distance myself from the they, if that's what your question was, but I
Oh,
am
okay.
bi.
Oh, okay, okay,
If that's what
understood.
was.
Because I was,
Always.
as a
Christmas
general
has joined the
question,
space.
I was wondering, because I'm never quite clear on this. It's just it's never become important to make a distinction between. But we're here for curiosity and talking. So, um, can a non-binary person be straight, or is that technically inherently queer because they're not either man or woman?
See, my favorite tweet about that is just like, I'm non-binary. No matter what you feel about me, it's gay.
I think that's a pretty good
really like
answer,
that.
honestly.
That's
Yeah.
a wonderful answer. Spectacular. But yeah, it's just because like there's certain technicalities in like in obviously in queer and genderqueer topics that it's like it's very rarely practically important to know them outside of just the fact of the labels. But it's something to get curious about, in my opinion. But yeah, so that question's answered.
Yeah,
Ashley,
I
do you have any
think
topics to start off with? I have a
depending on
couple.
what the
Oh yeah.
Catholic Church thinks is probably what determines what is or is not gay.
Just do you is it you run in the opposite direction? Is that it? Or
Well, no, it's just like, oh, if they don't approve of your marriage, then it's probably gay.
sorry, I
Yeah.
I don't know what fucking happened in a recent update, but like my headset, because it just happened again. My headset one time it updated so that it stopped like because since I got my hands on a Quest 2, um when I've adjusted it on my face when it slides down, the like it would just go black from any slight adjustment and it's and
Yeah.
have to recalibrate. Then it updated and stopped doing that. And then it recently, like a week ago, updated and started doing it again. And I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
I have a
And I'm
solution for
like,
that.
and it just happened now. But yeah, marry gay people. Please do that.
Stevie,
Um, yeah.
if you use the
Go ahead.
SideQuest Advanced installer, you can turn off the proximity sensor. And if you install the new SideQuest in VR app, you can turn off the proximity sensor from within the app.
Hey, yo.
Well, I mean, spectacular. I mean, great advertisement for SideQuest, and I'm actually probably not gonna bother
Yeah,
to
for
set
all
that
the
up.
people in Banter that don't know about SideQuest.
I think that's more for the YouTube audience personally, and for the
Oh
me
yeah.
audience because like
I wonder what
SideQuest
the
is one of
how's the YouTube audience, Lunar?
I don't know, I don't have it pulled up. I don't even know where I
We
on
don't care
YouTube,
about
to be
that.
honest.
the most of my interaction with the YouTube audience is insofar as I know that if somebody asks, I can link to these. And that's about
We
it.
need like a live feed on the wall of the YouTube chat just to see how empty it is the entire time.
I really thought you were gonna say a live feed of the YouTube stream just so that we could
No,
see two of us.
I'm not
Oh,
that narcissistic.
there's apparently 2 people there, and no one has said anything. So,
Hi!
Yo,
I
Hey,
think I know
YouTube.
what.
Hello, YouTube.
Miss
Oh.
I think every single person just crashed and rebooted at once.
No, that was you
I
that lost connection for a second, but it's
That
okay
was
because we
me.
did a patch
I
where
did.
you rejoin.
I rebooted as well.
Oh, cool. Wait.
Everything just like whittled off.
Oh, that's great. Wait, so we don't right, because the Banter home screen, well, it exists still, but it's by choice now. The standard Banter home screen from a little bit ago, so I don't have to manually go back in. It's great. But yeah, I think I know at least one of the people that's watching potentially.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you. If you have any questions, Lunar will
Hello.
probably see it, and we'd be happy to answer. Or if you have any commentary on it, yeah.
I like how
What,
Lunar's job is just going to get more and more complex for this show as time goes on. I was gonna pay
Lunar, do you have
attention
any
to a
questions?
fucking.
I'll just
chat
put
and convey it.
a chat in front of you. Just attach it to everyone's face so it's right there.
Can I ask specifically for you to put it as like the same positioning and aspect ratio as the old Google Glass was, just so it's the least possible practicality of readability? I want something like, because that'd be a good idea in some capacity. It would just need to be like stretched a little bit, right?
I don't know anything about Google Glass.
You don't remember Google Glass?
I mean, I remember it. I didn't think it actually ever really existed.
Yeah, it did. But
You might as well not
I wasn't
have.
saying it didn't. I just never
Oh.
experienced that.
Oh, I thought you meant like, I don't remember it ever actually existing. I thought you meant like, yeah, it never came out. That's what I thought you were saying.
No,
But
I didn't know it actually came out.
I remember, like, I think around when the Google Glass was actually around, I was at either a cousin's or one of my aunt's weddings, and somebody, like, and the fucking priest that was officiating the wedding, no lie, he said, and for those Google Glass wearers, uh there had, I guess there was like one there or something like that. He said like I don't even remember what he said, but he said at the end of that sentence a specific command that's for Google Glass that's like probably convenient, and I'm like, this feels weird. This feels odd, a little exciting, but weird. It's like if someone gave like to Apple Vision
Google,
Pro
open the
users a little
Bible.
auto. Yeah, it's like if read along with turn to page something something. Read along with the service. But it's like if you gave a Siri command to Apple Vision Pro users surrounding you. I I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't know what the barrier is between that sounds genuinely dystopian and I am starting to slowly grow into an old man shaking at clouds.
When YouTube was doing their big like crackdown on plagiarizing music and stuff for their streams, same with Twitch. I actually had a YouTube video the other day from that time period that was like, and if you want to listen to what I'm listening to, Alexa, play such and such. It's like, no, please, and it just started blasting across my house.
You
Also,
use Alexa?
I want to give some appreciation to the fact that anybody using headset speakers right now that also has an Alexa around them is now attempting to play such and such on their devices.
Yeah.
Is-
Alexa, play
Yeah.
step by step.
Wait, hold on. If I mute my own Google speaker, can I fuck with people? No. I wanna say,
Don't,
like,
because I still have mine plugged in.
well, mine's like, yeah, I could reach mine if I tried. I don't even think I'd have to move my ass, just my torso. Yeah, I could make you all listen to John Ottman or Henry Jackman scores. Not necessarily
Ooh.
Marvel though, Ashley. Haha.
Mhm.
I am a diverse human
Mhm.
being.
I didn't even know who that was, so you blasted yourself right now.
I will say, of the two composers I just pulled out of my ass, I don't actually know of any like soundtracks they have done superhero wise that aren't Marvel. If it was like a Michael Giacchino, there could have been some DC in there, or if it was like John Williams, because he's done no Marvel actually. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm forgetting something. Danny Elfman's done both, and I'm gonna go down lists of names that, like, if maybe two
Yeah,
people who will ever listen to this will
your
care about.
fact finding of Marvel movies really showing that you're not too much of a fan of Marvel.
Your audio
Well,
is directional.
Yeah. Oh, what?
but
But I'm
no, you sound
I'm
fine
gonna
to
turn
me.
off and on megaphone. Let's do that.
Um, but yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I do like a good Michael Giacchino, of course. I like a Henry Jackman, like a John Hammond, anyway. But I'm gonna talk about things that you might actually care about now. But but the first topic I wanted to bring up is related to recent cinema. And it's an interesting societal dynamic, I think. Um,
Hmm.
because of course how many like very justified complaints there have kind of been about big studios just kind of prioritizing legacy franchises and kind
Ugh.
of just throwing money at stuff people already know and making sequels or reboots of it because it's the safer bet, and a lot of them turning out to be lazy and unmemorable. Um, and so there's a lot of like I've noticed that there's like an increasing amount of movies that like if I was a few years younger and more excited about it, I would have leapt at, but now it's like, oh, the specific like I don't know, reviewers that I particularly trust that I tend to agree with a lot. If they say, "Oh yeah, this one kind of feels like a pointless cash grab and it feels boring," then I don't give my time to it. And I think I started to take that a little too seriously over the past couple of years because recently
Noxel
I
has
uh
joined the
I took the
space.
time to watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny just because I'm like, fuck it. I'm in the mood for one of those that I haven't seen before with some modern flashy stuff because I'm like, I feel in the mood for some updated graphics and I'm like, at some point I wanted to watch this anyway. I'm never gonna go, this is the Dial of Destiny moment. So I just went, fuck it. Um, and I really enjoy that movie. I see a lot of where the criticism came from, but it's by no means boring. And Harrison Ford, as an old man, they made good use of him and worked well with the fact that he's an old man doing, doing young man adjacent action. It made sense for the character. Um, I will say, if you care to go into spoilers, if because it's several months old, I don't know where people's threshold is. They
PASTORDAVID
introduced
has joined
a
the
fantasy
space.
element that might be a little too much of a shark jump for the franchise, even though it's supposed to be his last one. So do your shark jumping now, if ever, near the end. And it was just an all round fun time. And yeah, I wanted to talk about it for a second. Time fishers. He got to go back in time. I'm just gonna put it on Front Street now. He got to go back in fucking time through a little hole in the sky with an
What
airplane
the fuck?
because he was
Yeah, that's
chasing
how
a
I do
Nazi
it.
into it. Yeah, he was chasing a Nazi into it. Or no, he was in the same plane as a Nazi as his like the little kid sidekick was like following him in there, like following both of them in there because he like, he wanted to be by Indy's side and help him. And he's like, shit, I actually get to be in the history that I've dedicated my life to. And this is way late in the film. I'm sorry if this ruins it for you, but I was so happy about seeing him get to witness firsthand the thing is like he speaks the native language of the ancient civilization that he finds, and he
Oh,
communicates with them
Jesus.
to go like, yeah, no, because you just find out he already knows it because of course he's a historian, he's a professor, and he has this revelation of I want to stay here but I can't. And like, God, I had so much fun. Some parts of the movie near like the beginning and middle slog, but it's a fun adventure movie and it's got some great like spectacle and cinematography and it's fun. It's fun. Movies are still fun. Come on.
You
you know?
have to
And
sell it. It's fun.
I haven't been like an Indiana
Watch it.
Jones I haven't been an Indiana Jones fan across my life. Like I got like notably into it just within the past couple of years, and if that, and especially when Ashley gave me the revelation of how completely fucking useless he was in Raiders. But he like it w- but like I don't know, I watched Temple of Doom and then I watched this one and I'm eventually going to watch Last Crusade, and it's like, yeah, they're not perfect, there's some outdated shit in some of those, but like I think just George Lucas is really good at like a classic style of world building and storytelling where sometimes he misses real hard Phantom Menace and sometimes just sometimes he gets it in terms of a classic thing. And it felt refreshing and fun.
GilPM17 has
And I
joined the
want to know what
space.
either of your thoughts are on that kind of thing.
Cool. I have no thoughts on Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Hello.
Ah,
Whoa.
good to see you.
Hello.
We're talking about stuff like movies and shit.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
nostalgia movies have gotten a bit too much in recent years.
Sure.
Uh, especially Marvel writing has gotten kind of lazy. And I think that it's trying to play off nostalgia of stuff that literally just happened like
Hello.
5 to 10 years ago. It's like, remember
Mhm.
when we did Iron Man? It's like, yes, we still remember Iron Man. That's still within the same generation of movies that you're trying to
You're not doing
produce.
Bill and Ted 3 here. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it could be inherently fun if you actually put some passion behind it. Of callbacks, yeah, there's always going to be callbacks to a series, but whenever you essentially trying to capture the essence of something in a bottle, you have to make it original in some way, or it kind of loses its identity.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
that's my
completely
take on it.
agreed. Yeah, I love especially the when I first saw the Deadpool 2 trailer, I like because you're talking about Marvel writing. I was like, I'm probably gonna see it because it's Deadpool 2, and I just trust that I'm gonna have a similar amount of fun as I did with the first one, and I'm like just gonna see where it goes. Uh, the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer that recently came out, I'm like, oh, right. This was what it felt like to be like, oh, this is directly an experience that looks very appealing and looks exciting and already inherently just by the trailer, if I didn't know anything about this, has like a lot of fun value to it that
Hmm.
I mean, do I think it's gonna save the MCU as people speculate? I don't know, and frankly I stopped caring. It's just gonna be fun. It's just gonna be nice and
Yeah.
fun and address some of the long-standing fan stuff that needed to be cleaned up anyway. And then that's gonna be the end of his trilogy, and I don't know what they're gonna do after that. And frankly, I don't care. I just like that this movie's coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm very over Marvel MCU shit. So it's like hearing, is it going to save the MCU? Is like absolutely not. I feel like the people who aren't watching the MCU aren't like, oh, but now Wolverine has yellow on. You know,
Yeah.
like now it's
Yeah.
worth watching everything.
I feel
Mm.
like even if
I
it
think
like
that's the
won the
thing.
Oscar, yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
you go. No, you go.
Okay. I feel like even if it won the Oscar for Best Picture, like it wouldn't make people who are exhausted by Marvel less exhausted by Marvel. It'd just be like, oh, great, that's great for you. You know, they like for the people who are still excited about it or more newly excited about it, it's just like
Mm.
don't yeah, don't focus on like is it gonna save such and so. Just enjoy something when it comes out or don't, and then be excited about it, be disappointed about it, be have low expectations, then end up being pleasantly surprised. You know, it's just movies can just be movies, and I'm less sold on just on literally any cinematic universe at this point. But just sometimes fun movies will come out of unexpected places where you feel like it would just be made for the sake of making it, and I'm growing more excited about that. That's my personal take.
Mm. I think
Mhm.
that's where just because we're in the realm of Marvel of where um shit, what the fuck was the movie? Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. I think it shined in its way of like, yeah, there's other shit that happened of the TV show and previous stuff, but since they dimension hopped, it could be even for a new audience member, if you don't really need to know what the fuck's going on, that person's going crazy and they're attacking people. And I know people are like, "Oh, they got Charles Xavier in his is in his classic chair," but who fucking cares about that? If the movie is good and it's fun in its own right, then you can just do that. Just make a fun movie. It doesn't need to be a part of a whole
Mhm.
grand universe. I think that's where Marvel's really failing also, where you can just have
Mhm.
a movie and yeah, if you want to point fingers and like, "Oh, look at that over there. We're having fun." That's fine. But I don't know. I think Disney with its Marvel franchises really lost the beat of what people enjoy about the movies in the first place is you can just enjoy it by itself.
I I love how you specifically mentioned Multiverse of Madness, where the part of it that lives up to its title could have probably fit in a vine. Yeah, but no, I do see what you mean though. That was a fun movie. I just wish it had a different title, but I've gone over that before. Yeah, Scarlet Witch, the madness of Scarlet Witch, something like that. Anyway,
Yeah,
Ashley,
something.
Did you, yeah.
The
Did
new
you have something
Doctor
you want to come in with?
Strange. Just call it that.
Just call it the new and improved. The Doctor Strange Zero.
Yeah.
Crystal Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
New Strange.
New Strange. New Strange.
Strange.
That feels like a very Sam Raimi kind of title. New Strange.
New Strange.
That sounds like 1990s porno name. It's the new Strange.
It's the new like you've never seen kink like this.
Meanwhile, the
I don't-
Strange is just two guys kiss.
That's very much old Strange, I think. That's less strange than it's ever been. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
on the subject of like nostalgia and media and trying not to be suckered in by it, there's a new Powerpuff Girls comic coming out that looks fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
I
does it
don't
make
know
them...
much about it, but
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, I was wondering if it makes
think-
them adults or if it sticks to like the classic
no,
aesthetics
sticks
that we're
to
used
classic.
to. Cool.
And I don't think there's much information out. I think it just got announced, so I'm not sure. But it looks like it's going to be really cool. I mean, obviously, there's the new Space Ghost comic coming out in like a week or something, and I'm hyped for that. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in comics with old media. There's a new Flash Gordon comic, so that's going to be really hello.
Hello.
Wow. There's a whole lot that you like doing without consent.
Dreamwalker 69
There you go.
has joined the space.
And then they run away.
Yeah.
Hello.
All of these are real people, by the way, sir.
Overseas. I just seen you.
Yeah.
Overseas. Yeah.
Oh wait, look what I can do.
What the fuck was
I
that?
forgot Ashley is God for a second there. It's easy to forget God is a woman.
What the? No. Are you a magician?
The universe is so dumb, it's easy to forget God is a woman.
There's a show going on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta throw you off my scent.
Yeah. So, Jesus Christ, what were you saying?
But yeah, talking about comics, we on my comic book podcast, we just did another interview with Gary Maloney, Irish independent comic writer who is currently putting out. I don't know when the next issue's coming out, but issue 1 is out of When the Blood Has Dried, and it's a very Irish kind of what am I trying to say? Not D&D, but that kind of vibe to it.
Fantasy?
Story about a former Adventures Guild member who is now led on to have their own separate calm life, having all of their past come back up to them and having to deal with that. And it's fucking awesome. Go listen to the interview about it.
I was gonna read a
yeah,
couple
I
issues
cannot
before
wait.
doing this episode, but there was like one of the things that is the topic I have for today is like was the reason I didn't, and so I like hearing more about it from you.
It's great. I mean, I don't think you could read 2 issues because there's only the one out right now.
Oh, okay.
I can read
I
2
think I
issues
misremembered.
because I'm special.
Yeah. I think I got confused with like I knew that you were reading a few issues because you have access to more of them, and I forgot you had the special access, and so I forgot how many were
Yeah.
publicly listed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
getting
I
to
have
interview
even
the
less
creator
excuse.
gets you things. It's great.
I had exactly one issue to read, and I couldn't even fucking do that. I
Yeah.
think that's
19
also-
pages is all you can do.
19 pages is all that was expected of me. No, but also sorry, briefly, Lewis. So, do you see the second you, or is that just me that sees the second you? Because it looks like if you see it, then you are trying to blend with it, and if not, that is an
no.
incredible coincidence because you are very close to doing so.
No, there's only one Lewis.
You are incredibly. I don't know if that's being picked up on camera or if that's just on my end. I'm gonna have to get a picture of that.
I would
But
hope
it
if there
is-
was a really distracting element on stage that we would be told.
Just so you know, I'm not gonna do an impression of Lewis. I think that's not nice. I almost did that.
that they didn't start too well either.
No, no. Here's the thing. The
Just
thing
so
I
you
was
know.
focused. No, I'm gonna say the thing I was focusing on in the impression was like the mic and not, so I was basically trying to do this with it, but instead with my voice, but it ended up coming across as just how I think Lunar sounds, and that is not how I think Lunar sounds. I think honestly, I think Lunar, I think you just sound like a normal guy is the thing. So it'd be very difficult to do an impression of you.
You sound like a default human.
No, that's also not. You sound
you
like a
sound like
rational.
you didn't tweak any of the knobs in character creation.
You sound like you are a very secure and
Jesus.
very. Sound like a very
You-
secure, rational, and relaxed human being who does not need to add any. Doesn't need to add any wow bang zoom because you're so at peace with yourself. Am I digging a hole then and I don't realize it?
Yes.
anyway,
That was
yeah,
that wasn't a
comics.
rhetorical question. What were you saying?
Com- anyway, yeah, comics. Comics are cool. Getting
Comics.
back into them. Um, we're recording another episode of the comic book podcast tonight. Hopefully, in a week, we're putting one up that isn't just an interview.
Wait, so
But
who are you interviewing tonight then?
I'm not interviewing anyone tonight. This is a regular episode.
This is a regular episode. Okay.
Yeah, of the
Wait, so
three we've put out, only one has been a regular episode.
is there do you know what comic you're going to be discussing?
Tonight, yes, the first two volumes of Strangers in Paradise. I don't know anything about it. That's my shtick on the show is I don't know things. So I
Right.
can't talk more about that. But I think the episode that's coming out next week, we talk about Superman and Batman Generations, which is a comic. We're not talking about the generations of Superman and Batman. It's a comic called Superman and Batman Generations. It's really cool, and I highly suggest listening to it when it comes out. And if you want to go look at the comic now, it's fucking lovely.
I imagine so. But I am curious about, you said either Strangers in Paradise or Trouble in Paradise. Which one did you say?
Strangers in Paradise.
I do want to say I could be just so universally off in my guess here, but it sounds like it's a romance novel adapted to be a graphic novel, and not gonna lie, I think that's actually quite a cool idea. And it's
I
probably
think
happened
it's a
before.
love triangle and a murder mystery.
I like
What?
that. Is it fresh characters or is it like part of a series that already exists?
I think it's original.
Ooh, I wanna check that out. I'm
I
surprised the
don't know. I'll
title
learn
hasn't
more
been taken
about it in 5 hours.
Well, do report back or make me wait till the episode comes out so you can elevate your
Yeah.
numbers. I'm cool with either
That
one.
episode's coming out in like fucking forever from now because we have a backlog to get through.
That episode's coming out when I have a beard. I am or when I re- am I when I'm able to rent a car in the United States. That's when the episode will come out.
Is
Yeah.
that how you measure time?
Does, does anyone raise your hand in the audience if you know the actual like minimum age to rent a car in the U.S.? It is weirdly high for every other restriction. Okay, I thought it would be more people than that. Okay, so if you don't know, I don't know if this is. I just realized I actually don't know if this is a national standard or not. I just know this is the number that I heard often. Um, but the age is 25, which is,
Mm-hmm.
18 is of course the age of consent, the age you can move out from your parents and everything. 21 is for drinking, as you should know if you're listening to this. Yeah, 25 is for renting a car. That's like the final age minimum before, like, retirement. Yeah, I believe so
Oh,
anyway. Let me
Stevie
know if there's
thinks
others
that
in between
people
there.
in the US retire? How,
Well,
how adorable.
like official retirement. Like, you get what I mean. But is there any other, like, because
I
I'm
think you
fascinated by
can
this
just
shit.
officially retire at any point.
But
You
what's
just
the?
can't
Because
collect
like,
your social security until a certain point.
is that it? Okay, Social Security has a minimum age.
64.
Okay,
Yeah. Retirement
so
has nothing to do with the social security check.
maybe it's often attached, both of them, and it's just contextually felt like the age of retirement was. Maybe I was thinking of average age of retirement, or like per company, like minimum retire. I don't know. It felt like there
Most
was a hard
people
age for
in the
it.
US can't afford to retire before they start collecting Social Security, and ev- and like loads of people can't even retire fully. They have to come out of retirement and work part-time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, with how much the prices of shit have been going up, I don't understand how like there's any. Well, I know that like nobody that who's young now with the current economy is going to fucking retire at all, but like, unfortunately, but I don't understand how like anybody under the age of like, because you said you could theoretically retire at any age. Anybody under the age of like 40 or 30, I don't understand how like under billions could do that.
Yeah.
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 Living
Anyway,
I mean, you
well
just
beneath your
gotta
means.
you just have to own a couple houses and be a landlord, and then you don't actually
Ugh.
have to work.
it's a fair point. You just have
Ugh.
to let go of all your let go of all your moral inhibitions and just fully
Yeah.
fuck over people for a living. That should be a job on Indeed. But yeah,
I fucked over
uh,
plenty of tenants. Woo!
I just have no boundary. I have no I have no moral floor. I am an incredible asset slash liability to your company. No, but let that be clipped. But the second topic I want to bring up, unless you have one that you thought about.
No, I was just obsessively playing over Portal before jumping in here.
That was really fun. So you remember that portal mod that has the time portal? You can go between the future and the past.
I remember that being a thing, and I remember never quite getting a grasp of what that actually meant.
Yeah, so I made Lewis play that. And it was really funny to see how much you get tunnel vision when you think you have the solution.
It's complicated because the stuff from the future can come to the past, but the past can't go to the future. And I got there in the
Wait,
end.
can I, not having remembered that much about it, can I guess and then you confirm or deny if I'm correct about how the time portals in that work?
Sure.
Hmm.
Okay, so you, because okay, as I remember Portal to go anyway, it's like in normal Portal, it's one of the portals either blue or orange, and then the at one point closed and cloudy, and the other portal, whichever color you haven't laid down yet, then opens both portals to actually pass through each other. You know, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing goes out. That's how standard they work. With time portals, is it that like you spawn one and it's the cloudy thing, and then you spawn the second one at another later time, but when both of them open up, the first portal is still in the time before? Is that it? Like the time when
No,
you laid
so
it?
the time portal is just one, and so it's like the other side of the time portal is just the future or the past. So you only ever place down one at a time, and it's just, oh, that place, the other side of that portal is just that same wall that you put it on, but in the future or the past.
Oh,
And if you put like portal, like regular portals, the blue or orange portals down in the past, they'll still be there in the future, but
wait,
It's
not the other way
complicated.
around because that's not how
wait.
time flows.
The way that, hold on. So when
So you put
I'm gonna
down a time portal. Let's say, like right on that
sure.
wall over there, we put a time portal. The other side of that portal would just be as if you're walking into this room from a hole there, but it's another time.
So effectively, it would look like a mirror, but another time. Like it would look like I am perspective through this portal. It would look like I'm looking just back through like a mirror, but at another time.
Yeah, but it's like a 20-year
Yeah,
difference. So it's like if you're looking into the future, it's like decrepit. So that's kind of the puzzle-based stuff of sometimes you have to go through go to the future and like let's say there's the window over there is the solution, so you can put a portal down to get out and then get your way back to present times.
Is it a preset? Like, is it a preset amount of time? Like you lay down the portal and you just see a preset amount of time into the future.
yes.
Yeah, it's just 20 years. Like it's either pristine or decrepit.
okay. Then I was trying to go like, wait, so then how would you make it to the other time to then utilize it but you don't utilize it the other way around, and you get to that time using the portal. I'm getting little
Mhm.
pieces by pieces of it grappled
Yeah.
to my
And
skull.
obviously the past affects the future.
Right. So you can lay things a different way in the past part so that it can help you in the future part, provided there's no extreme weather conditions or external forces that influence it, but I'm sure that's not accounted for in the game and is not a problem, right?
Nothing within what you mess with. There are certain things like, oh, hey, there's a portal surface over there in the past, but in the future, like rubble falls in front of it, so you can't use
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's cool. That's extremely frustrating, but that's also very cool. Wait,
Yeah.
so hold on. So you
Look, as hard as you're thinking about it was about as hard as Lewis was thinking about while playing the game. It's a very difficult game to wrap your head around.
so
That's
are you meant
some.
I keep
No, you
forgetting
go.
that I keep forgetting that one, there's a whole 20-year difference, and two, that there's no part where you hence the 20-year difference, there's no part where you manually get to the future to where you would lay down a portal from the past. So I'm assuming like the entire time that you're in the future, th- it originates from when you laid the portal down in the past and you walked through it and you're just keeping it open, right? You're
Yeah.
just keeping it you're
Yeah.
keeping it open as you do everything. You don't close it because then you're fucked. Uh, like but you close it. You can come back to the past and close it though, and lay another one that still goes to the future if you're careful. You
Yeah.
just got
Well,
to
you
lay it in the
can.
right spot.
You have a portal gun with that extra portal in it, so you can lay that in any time period, and it just knows if you're in the future or the past. It's
Oh,
not
I
that
was
the
gonna
portal
say, yeah.
busts 20 years forward, it's that it goes in between these 2 points that are 20 years apart.
So you can lay down. Okay, so what you're saying is you can lay down two different portals that shoot forward to the same time. Even though you
No,
say
you
it's
only
not a
get
burst,
one
but
at a time.
you
Only
only get
get
one at a time.
one time portal at a time. If you lay down another one, the previous one goes away.
Okay.
And how do I try to explain it? So it's just here's the present, here's the future. Wherever you put the portal down in either one, it just connects these 2 points.
Okay, right. So I think the a key part that I was missing is that the entrance and exit of the portal are like are two separate entities, legitimately. They're because they're one
Yes.
thing at two times. And so that's what you mean by two portals. I thought you meant you lay two portals.
No.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
two sides to the one you shoot.
Right. Okay. That I think I have a better understanding of that now. And so I assume you said that it knows what time what time you're in, and that's partially used, I assume, so that you can't double up the 20 years and kind
Yeah,
of
no,
like
you're
fuck it.
stuck between these just 2 points in time.
Right. Okay. I really like that, and I would really love to watch someone else do it. Just like
Yeah.
here's my thing. I can do fun puzzle shit, but there's like some puzzle shit that just does not grasp with my brain. I can't make it past level 3 in normal Portal. And
Yeah, I
so
don't think you
I
would get very far in this one.
yeah. So what
It's
I'm
very
saying
hard.
is I would love to this is the kind of thing where I'd have a ball of a time watching someone else who has better gaming instincts than I do play it.
I don't
Whether
get
it
very
be
far. I get like
yeah.
6, 7 levels in, something like that, maybe more. I don't remember. I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah.
I do
So
objectively just have to keep standing still and looking at the puzzle in front of me. Like I get all the pieces together and I just stare at it like how the fuck do I do this?
It
I
was
want to
really
see the
funny the first time you did that because you were really frustrated and you just stopped moving.
you look like you were about to fucking lose it, I assume.
Literally.
You took all the sharp objects away from it.
It was a 50-50 shot of whether or not you were just going to close the game. In my brain. I was like, fuck
No,
this.
I wouldn't give up.
God,
I'm too stubborn.
I would give
True.
just about anything to see you play that, but in addition, also see the chalkboard writing out in front of your face, flying across as you're as you're just just beautiful mind equations. Yeah, like that one math meme. Yeah, God, I love those moments in gaming. Um, but yeah, do you have anything more to say on that game or others or other comics you like? Because I have a topic that I'd like to
Uh,
land on my end with anyway.
yeah, we'll end with your topic because I think it's about time to end.
Okay. Um, I might say more on this in the future, but I am so supremely excited about a software finding that I have found, which is going to sound more interesting as I say more of it. Um, anyway, I'm gonna hop between talking about a few different pieces of software just to emphasize one of them. So just expect that as I keep going. Um,
Gotcha.
as you might know, Ashley, and I don't know if you know Lewis. I don't know if she's gotten around to telling you. I'm a cartoonist. I drew this. But I
Oh.
I normally these days, because I treated myself during a very good sale in December, I use Clip Studio Paint to do still drawings. And I've done still digital drawings for a long time. If you don't know me, um, and I originated from GIMP back in the day. Don't use that for drawing. It's more for Photoshoppy graphic design. But Krita is what I moved on from GIMP to, and that is more for it's less for graphic design and more like GIMP but for drawing, and includes better animation. It includes better animation what's the fucking word, mechanics. Includes better animation mechanics like timeline stuff that is set up to do animation well. In fact, one thing I find a little gimmicky fun about it is that um it includes a few brushes like built into Krita that kind of resemble like very closely the brushes from Flipnote from like the DSi, the Nintendo shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was so cute because that's where like a lot of people my age, that's where we've done most of our animations. If I wanted to fetch them, I probably could. Um, but yeah, and here's the thing though, between Krita and Clip Studio Paint, by the way, I don't think I had to upgrade to Clip Studio Paint. If you if you're like if you need to stick with Krita because it's free and open source, it is still very, very serviceable, and it will like I think it could suit someone through their entire career. It was just a little gimme for me. Um, but the thing is, I didn't want to just go back to Krita for the animation of it because Clip Studio Paint isn't set up very well for that. At least unless you pay over $300 fucking.
Buh.
But
Dot has joined the space.
but then when I didn't even intend on finding an alternative to Krita. I intended on bouncing back to Krita to do my animated shorts, like I've said that I was gonna start. But then when someone said I don't recommend using Clip Studio Paint, even the animation version for animation, there's great alternatives like blah 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 blah, and then I recognized a name of one that I'd tried a few years before called OpenTunes, which I only really tried a brute force way of learning it because at the time when I was younger, that was really the only way I learned software, and it works for some software, very much not others. Under 5 minutes of a tutorial got me to fall in love with this one when I was too over intimidated by it back in the day. And
What?
they recommended OpenTunes. I forgot that. Wait, is something wrong? Oh, okay,
My
I
mom walked in.
forgot that Studio Ghibli has routinely used OpenTunes. And there was one menu that would have made the program less scary to me. It's the brushes menu. The brush didn't look very good, and that was one of the things that I'm like, ugh, about. Like the default brush in OpenTunes doesn't look very good, and I'm like, what? Are they serious about people using this a lot? I was like 17 when I first found it, but anyway, the brushes menu is beautiful, and it's like, oh my god, this is so intuitive and optimized and like efficient, and it crashes a lot. I'm gonna talk more about that at another time because that's a whole other story. I had to go into System 32 as like a final solution to fixing one of the crashes. It worked, but it was a little janky, and now we're fine. But yeah,
Sounds
I've
terrifying.
yeah,
That would have
no,
been
it
like,
was
oh,
like
I'm not using this software anymore.
yeah, no, the like of all the potential solutions, because like the specific like opening the program crash that I was trying to prevent, because I'm like I can put up with other crashes, but I literally can't use this if it's crashing on the splash screen. Um, but I really want to use this now. And just below very careful and very careful and specifically instructed futzing with stuff in System 32. Right below there on my priority list was um people said that multi-monitor setups do not agree with OpenTunes, and that Blackmagic software installed does not agree with OpenTunes. But weirdly, I was more ready to do very specific, very careful fucking with System 32 than I was with I'm not ditching DaVinci Resolve or my whole drawing monitor for this piece of animation software. That'd be the whole reason. Like, and so I'm like, listen, I was gonna try it. I went in, hit fuck it. I would not do this often. I don't suggest doing this. I'll go into more specific instructions if people want it, if people need it. And I also renamed the executable of OpenTunes, which is weird that I had to do that, but still. And now it works. And I have written like 3 first drafts since I got this fixed. And I'm so excited to animate things. One of them specifically for a banter thing that I don't want to talk too much about yet because I don't have much work on it yet. I'm just excited. But yeah, so animation. I want to do some animation. And I'm gonna do it much sooner than I thought I would. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh
That's
my gosh, this
exciting.
headset is fucking killing me. It will not stop smudging against my glasses
Mine slides
this
down my
entire
face so
time.
much because I'm a sweaty boy. I'm a sweaty gender fluid. I'm a
Sounds
I'm
like you're a gross puddle of slime.
I
It's like,
kind of am, not gonna lie.
how is this
I'm
fluid
also an otter.
sweating?
So I'm also an otter, so I'm a hairy, sweaty gender fluid. I'm a, I'm a, I'm a ball of wet fur. That's what I. Hence the
You
virgin
know,
jokes.
you sell yourself very well.
Yeah, it's just, we're lucky that this isn't VR because then I look as smooth as a baby's bottom and I do not glisten whatsoever. My jeans are terrible, but you know I I
Well,
appreciate where I'm
I
at.
can't wait for you to make animation and get promptly stolen by AI machines. So
Honestly, as long
looking
as I just
forward
get
to
to do it, I've waited so long to do. I have over. Listen, like I have. I'm just gonna also say this. Since I started cranking out first drafts, I have like between 33 and 35, like ranging between like a few seconds long to like 5-ish, maybe 7-ish minutes long, and uh, 25 of them I'm confident of. The rest of them are either derivative of ones of other ones that I've written because like sometimes I was just feeling something petty and thought it'd be funny to write a short for it. And other ones where I'm like, this was funny at the time. I'm not sure if I see where I was going with this. I don't know that there's a way that I personally know to fix this, and so I might be shooting it around to some buddies who I know are hobbyist script editors, and so I'm excited. I didn't think I'd like animation as much as I do. I thought I would just do it because you know it's easy, not easier, but it's like it requires less like relying upon people who you don't know if you'll get the approval of if you just make your own stuff to voice act for. And that's like my ultimate goal for it, also just because I love drawing stuff. But most of this is like a means to an end for a fun idea, which I mean, improv started out as that, and now that's like the majority of what I do, and I love doing it. And so I'm just so extremely excited about this, and I feel so motivated, and also more disciplined about motivation than I was in prior times because that year of change stuff that we had. We're coming full circle on so much.
well, I think it is time to end the show as I'm getting tired and slight bit of a headache.
Oh my god, yeah, take some Tylenol or Robitussin or
Yeah,
whatever it is
fucking
the Americans take.
fucking VR uncomfortable
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you two have a lovely time together. I hope you didn't hear that gastric bypass that happened in the lower half of my body. That's not what that means. That's not even close to what that means. But I yeah. Anyway, do you want to plug in the way
Go to Mrs.
what?
Ashley.gay, MISSUS Ashley.gay. That's where all of my links are. There's the Discord. Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, because we've been streaming a lot more. Where can people find you?
A lot of the improv stuff I do, you can find links to it in various portions of improvvr.co.uk. That's improv, then an r.co.uk. If you want to find my tune stuff and just generally promoting shows that I'm in and stuff, at Mystery Steve, most places, but on Instagram you add .toons, TOONS to that. But then you're covered. Then you're good.
Toons.
Yeah. Do you have anything you
Are
want
you even
to?
Stop
online?
licking me.
Are you currently
Uh,
online?
I
Are you here?
was. No. Well, I used to have a Twitter, but God knows that's a ball of fire. Kyrie, get down. Get down. Go with Roxas over there. Sorry, my dog's
Oh,
jumping on me.
Kingdom Ass Hearts. Kingdom Ass Hearts, Kingdom Hearts ass.
But it's
Kingdom ass, alright.
Kingdom
Hearts
Ass.
are kind of shaped like that.
Yeah, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts nerd. But if I was gonna get back on anything, it's probably gonna be Blue Skies, and it would be my handle that I use for everything, which is Selborsiul, Selborsiul. Slow it down if you
Wonderful.
need to get that again, because I ain't seen it again.
Lunar, do you want to plug anything?
Go
You're
watch
who's
Sci
I don't
Guys
know
on
whose chair squeak
YouTube,
that was, by the way.
and
It's
also
either yours, his, or Lunar's.
oh,
Lunar, are you still
Anyway,
there, by
that's
the
the
way?
end of the show. If
Mm,
Lunar
yeah.
turns off the thing or leaves it on, but
I
that's the
genuinely
end.
don't know if he's AFK
Bye.
right now. He might be. And if
Oh,
so,
I
we have no way of ending the stream. Yeah. But
Well, it'll be
have a
our
lovely
longest
time,
show
folks.
yet.
It was,